Is there someone here? Yes. Yes, I think there is. Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Charles. And tonight, I'm excited to have you all here. You see, I'm a writer, and, well, it can be a bit of a lonely life. I feel a bit isolated most of the year, where I'm just receiving short bits of text back and forth, and the outside world seems to fade away. I'm sure you don't know what that's like. But you see, once a year, during this time of year, I get to participate in one of my favorite experiences, and that is reading my tale, A Christmas Carol, in a recital. Oh, hello there, Tammy. And you are here? Yes, I see you. Across the veil, little spirit. Yes. So, we are going to share this space, such as it is together. Very glad to have you here. Wonderful. All right. Tonight's recital is going to be a bit different. You see, we've got technological accompaniment. That's right. You may have heard of this, the stereoscope. It allows you to experience photography in 3 dimensions. Extraordinary, isn't it? Some of my own stories were interpreted that way. Over here, a piece of technology from my youth, one of my favorites, called the Magic Lantern, where storytellers would tell their stories to an audience with colored light, acting out and visualizing all the different parts. Well, tonight, accompaniment of our projectionist, we are presenting a kind of stereoscopic magic lantern accompaniment to the story. Yeah, so it may be, um, well, let's just say it's experimental. So if I experience any difficulties, I'll make sure to stop along the way and wait for you to catch up. And if you experience anything that doesn't remedy itself quickly, you may send an electronic missive to our team and set it right for you. Right. Beauregard, can you hear me? That's our projectionist. Wonderful. All right. Seems like he's ready. And Tammy, are you ready as well? Oh, wonderful. Yes. Enthusiastic even. Wonderful. And I think our audience watching at home is ready. Wonderful. All right. Well then, oh, hello there. I see you as Ashcroft, I'm not sure. You may not have the ability in your name anymore. So I've got Tammy, we've got Ashcroft. Wonderful. Let me ask you something. Do you enjoy the holidays? You're someone who's enthusiastic about them. You seem a bit tentative there. Maybe just a little. Oh, Tammy. I'd say you are maybe ambivalent. Oh, my. Yes, well, they're a bit of a conflicted time, aren't they? You know, they're a time when everyone should have an experience of joy, and not everyone does. Well, tonight is a tale about that, and it's a bit of a ghost story, so I hope you don't get too frightened. Right? Are fine? Do you enjoy ghost stories? Yeah, Ashcroft does. Yeah, sort of back and forth. Well, it's a mix of something for everyone, okay? Now, without further ado, are you both ready? Well, we'll assume you're ready. Then, let's begin. Marley was dead. Yeah, to begin with. This must be distinctly understood, or nothing wonderful can come of the story I'm about to relate. Now, wonderful. Ashcroft, I see you're exploring the space. Very well done. You know, you also have an individual torch that you can shine. If you want to see any part of the Magic Lantern show, a little bit brighter, you can shine it. Don't worry, you won't interfere with the participation of the other spirits. It's just for you. Okay. Now, continue. Scrooge never painted out old Marley's name. There it stood for years afterwards above the warehouse door. Scrooge and Marley. Uh, But he was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, Scrooge. Oh, my. No wind that blew was bitterer than he. You see, Tammy, no one ever stopped him in the street to say with gladsome looks, oh, is that you? My dear Scrooge, how are you? When will you come to see me? Ah, oh, dear me. Well, but what did Scrooge care? You see, this was the very thing he liked, to edge his way along the crowded paths of life, warning all human sympathy to keep its distance. I know. Well, once upon a time, of all the good days of the year on Christmas Eve, there you are, old Scrooge sat busy, oh my, in his counting house. Now the door was open that he might keep an eye upon his clerk, who, in the next dismal little cell beyond, was copying letters. Now, Scrooge, of course, had a very small fire, but the clerk's fire was very much smaller, that it looked like one coal. Merry Christmas, Uncle! God save you! Now, this, of course, was the voice of Scrooge's nephew, who came upon him so quickly that this was the first intimation he had of his approach. Bah! Humbug! Christmas a humbug? Uncle, surely you don't mean that. I do. Not right of you to be merry. You're poor enough. Well, come then, what right have you to be dismal? You're rich enough. If I could mark my will, then every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. Keep Christmas in your own way, and let me keep it in mine. Keep it, but you don't keep it. Let me leave it alone then. Much good may it do you. Oh, don't be angry, Uncle. Will you come? Dine with us tomorrow. I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Why cannot we be friends? Good afternoon. Well, I'm sorry with all my heart to find you so resolute, but I'll keep my Christmas humor till the last. So, a Merry Christmas, Uncle. Good afternoon. And, a Happy New Year. Good afternoon. Oh, a Merry Christmas to you, Bob. Oh, a Merry Christmas to you, good sir. There goes another fellow. My clerk with 15 shillings a week and a wife and family talking about a Merry Christmas. I'll retire to Bedlam. Well, this lunatic, in letting Scrooge's nephew out, had let another man in. He was a portly gentleman, pleasant to behold, and now he stood and tipped his hat to him. It was me, Miss Scrooge and Marley's, I presume. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley? Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. Oh, my. Well, at this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that we might make some slight provision for the poor and destitute who suffer greatly at the present time. Many thousands are in want of common necessaries. Hundreds of thousands are in want of common comforts, sir. A few of us are endeavoring to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat, drink, and means of warmth. Are there no prisons? Oh, sir, there are. Well, there are plenty of prisons, sir. And the union workhouses, are they still in operation? Well, they are still. I wish I could say they would not. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I was afraid from what you said before that something had happened to stop them in their useful course. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I helped establish I help to support the establishments that I mentioned before. They cost enough, and those who are badly off must go there. But, sir, many can't go there, and many would rather die. If they would rather die, they had better do it and decrease the surplus population. Good afternoon, sir. Well, seeing clearly that it would be useless to pursue their point, the gentleman withdrew. Meanwhile, the fog and... Oh my, look up there. Yes. Meanwhile, you can see the fog and darkness thickening. Well, at length the hour of shutting up the counting house arrived. With an ill will, Scrooge dismounted from his stool and tacitly admitted the fact to the, the expectant clerk, as you can see. You'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose, yes? Well, if it's quite convenient, sir. No, it's not convenient. And it's not fair. If I was to stop £0.5 for it, you'd think yourself ill-used, I'll be bound. Yet you don't think me ill-used when I pay a day's wages for no work. Well, sir, it's only once a year, sir. Poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. But I suppose you must have the whole day. Be here all the earlier next morning. The clerk promised that he would, and Scrooge walked out with a growl. Now, Scrooge took his melancholy dinner in his usual melancholy tavern and he went home. Now, he lived in a gloomy suite of rooms in a lowering old pile of the building. Now, well, come on, Ashcroft, Tammy. Come on, everyone. Yes, this is a bit of a moving show, so you're going to have to follow me a bit. Yeah, a little bit closer now. Wonderful. Now, of course, it is a fact that there was, nothing at all particular about the knocker on the door. Oh, you were behind me the whole time. I'm so sorry. As you can see, there's nothing unusual about it. I mean, perhaps it is very large. Well, then, let anyone explain to me, if you can, or anyone else here, how it is that Scrooge, having his key in the lock of the door, saw in the knocker not a knocker, but Marley's face. Marley's face! As Scrooge looked fixedly at this phenomenon, it was a knocker again. Pooh. Now, Scrooge was not a man to be frightened by echoes, but he did walk through his rooms all the same. Come on now, don't be fussy. He did walk through his rooms all the same, just to make sure that, all was right. No one behind the bed, no one behind the chair, and no one in his dressing gown, which, to be fair, you can see, Tammy, is hanging up in a rather suspicious attitude against the wall. Then his glance just happened to rest upon a bell, a disused bell that hung in the corner of the room, and it was with great astonishment and a curious, inexplicable dread that he saw this bell begin to swing. It rang out loudly, succeeded by a clanking noise deep down below, as if some person were dragging a heavy chain over the casks in the wine merchant's cellar. It's humbug still. I won't believe it. Oh, now. What do you want with me?
What?
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Well, who were you then? You're particular for a shade.
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Oh.
You don't believe me.
I don't.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Well, because a little thing affects them. A slight disorder of the stomach makes them cheats. Why, you might be an undigested bit of beef. A crumb of cheese. A fragment of an underdone potato. Oh, my. Excuse me. There's more of gravy than of grave about you, whatever you are. Dreadful apparition. Why do you trouble me? No.
Man of the worldly mind, do you believe in me or not?
I do. I must. You are fettered. Tell me why.
I wear the chains I've forged in life. I wear it link by link and yard by yard. I girded it on of my own free will, and of my own free will I wore it. Would you know the weight and length of the strong coil you bear yourself? It is a ponderous chain.
Oh, old Jacob Marley, tell me more. Be comfort to me, Jacob.
I am here tonight to warn you that you have yet a chance and hope of escaping my fate. A chance and hope of my procuring Ebenezer.
Oh, you always were a good friend to me. Thank you.
You will be haunted by three deaths.
Is that the chance and hope you mentioned, Jacob?
It is.
I think I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Expect the first tomorrow when the bell tolls one.
Couldn't I take them all at once and have it over with, Jacob?
Expect the second on the next night at the same hour. The third upon the next night when the last stroke of 12 has ceased to vibrate. Look to see me no more, and look that, for your own sake, you remember what has passed between us.
Air was filled with phantoms, wandering hither and thither in restless haste, and whispering as they went. Every one of them wore chains. None were free. That's right. Go on. You've got to be the phantoms now, little spirits. Let's give him a haunting he'll remember. Come on now. Get in close. Little colored balls of light. Get away from me. Get away. No. Whether these creatures faded into mist, that's enough. That's enough now. That's enough. Wonderfully done. Wonderfully done. All the mist enshrouded them, he could not tell. Scrooge closed the window, and from the emotion he had undergone, or the fatigues of the day, or his glimpse of the invisible world, that's you now, well done. He went straight to bed, without undressing, and fell asleep upon the instant. Shh. Well, time we take a moment. Are we all together? Tammy, I see you. Ashcroft, are you still with us? Wonderful. Yes, I see you over there. All right, this is the time where I take a slight moment to, well, if I can't drink anything, really, I'll just remember what the taste of water is like. I recommend you do the same. Okay. Oh, my, yes, that would have been refreshing. Okay, let's carry on. Now, when Scrooge awoke, it was dark. He was endeavoring to pierce that darkness when the chimes of a neighboring church struck. 12. The ghost had warned him of a visitation when the bell tolled 1. He resolved to lie awake until at length it broke upon his listening ear with a deep, dull, hollow, melancholy 1. Light flashed up in the room upon the instant, and the curtains of his bed were drawn aside. Scrooge, sitting up suddenly, found himself face to face with the unearthly visitor who drew them, as close to it as I am, well, as about as close to as I am to you right now, Tammy. Are you the spirit, sir, whose coming was foretold to me?
I am!
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past!
Long past?
No! Your past!
Yeah. Well, what business brings you here?
Your welfare!
Oh, well, I'm much obliged, but I can't help thinking that a night of unbroken rest would have been more conducive to that end.
Your reclamation, then! Take heed! Rise and walk with me!
As the words were spoken, they passed through the wall and stood upon an open country road with fields on either hand. The city had entirely vanished. It was a clear, cold winter evening with snow upon the ground. Oh, oh, good heaven. I was a boy in this place. Oh, I was bred here.
Your lip is trembling, and what is that upon your cheek?
A pimple. I beg of you, lead me where you will.
You recollect the way?
Remember it? I could walk it blindfolded.
Strange to have forgotten it after so many years. Let us go on.
They walked along the road, Scrooge recognizing every gate and post and tree, until a little market town appeared in the distance with its bridge, its church, and winding river.
A solitary child, neglected by his friends, is left there still.
I know. Entering the dreary hall, there was a chilly bareness in the place which associated itself somehow with too much getting up by candlelight and, well, not too much to eat. A door at the back of the house disclosed a long, bare, melancholy room made barer still by lines of plain desks. At one of these, a lonely boy was reading near a feeble fire, and Scrooge wept to see his poor, forgotten self as he used to be. Suddenly a man in foreign garments, wonderfully real and distinct to look at, stood outside the window with an axe stuck in his belt and leading by the bridle a donkey laden with wood. Oh, hey. Why, it's Ali Baba. Well, it's dear old honest Ali Baba. Yes, I know one Christmas when yonder child was left all alone, he did come. For the first time, just like that. Oh, oh, poor boy. Oh, poor boy. But it's too late now.
What is the matter?
Nothing. Nothing. There was a boy singing a Christmas carol outside my door last night. I should like to have given him something. That's all.
Let us see another Christmas!
They had at that moment left the school behind them. They were now in the busy thoroughfares of the city. And here, too, it was Christmas time again. The ghost stopped at a certain warehouse door.
Do you know it?
Know it? I was apprenticed here. Oh, bless his heart. It's Fezziwig. It's old Fezziwig alive again. Yo-ho, my boy! Ebenezer! Scrooge's former self, now grown a young man, came briskly in. No more work tonight. Christmas Eve, Ebenezer. Hiley-ho! Clear away, my lads. Let's have lots of room here. Oh, there was nothing they wouldn't have cleared away with old Fezziwig looking on. It was done in a moment. The lamps were trimmed, and the warehouse was as bright and snug a ballroom as you would desire to see upon a winter's night. In came a fiddler with a music book. In came Mrs. Fezziwig, one vast, substantial smile. In came the 3 young Miss Fezziwigs, and in came the 6 young followers whose hearts they broke. In came all the young men and young women employed in the business, and away they all went, 20 couples at once, round and round and round. During the whole of this, Scrooge acted like a man out of his wits. His heart and soul were in the scene, and with his former self, he remembered everything, enjoyed everything, and underwent the strangest agitation. Yes, I remember you.
A small matter to make these silly folks so filled with gratitude.
Small.
Hey, is it not? He has spent but a few pounds of your mortal money. Is it so much that he deserves this praise?
No, it isn't that spirit. He has the power to render us happy or unhappy, to make our service light or burdensome, a pleasure or a toil. The happiness he gives is quite as great as if it cost a fortune.
What is the matter?
Nothing particular. I should like to be able to say a word or two to my clerk just now. That's all.
My time grows short. Quick!
This produced an immediate effect, for again Scrooge saw himself. He was old now, a man in the prime of life. His face had not the harsh lines of later years, but it had begun to wear the signs of care and, avarice. He sat by the side of a fair young girl, in whose eyes there were tears. Tammy, if you're nearby, if you wouldn't mind coming a bit closer, I need to somehow embody my feminine energy, and I could use a little bit of help. So, there we are. Another idol has displaced me, and if it could comfort you in time to come, I would have tried to do. I have no just cause to grieve. No, what idol has displaced you? A golden one. I have seen your nobler aspirations fall off, one by one, until the master passion, gain, engrosses you. Our contract is an old one. It was made when we were both poor and content to be so. You are changed. I release you with a full heart. May you be happy in the life you have chosen. She left him and they parted. No, 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 no. Spirit, show me no more. Conduct me home.
I told you that these are shadows of the things that have been, that they are what they are. Do not blame me.
Remove me. I cannot bear it. Haunt me no longer. Turned upon the ghost, and seeing that it looked upon him with a face in which there were fragments of all the faces it had shown him, he wrestled with it. He was then conscious of being exhausted, and overcome by an irresistible drowsiness, and further of being in his own bedroom. He had barely time to reel to bed, sank into a heavy sleep. That was rather intense. I think it's time we take another rest. You all right, Temmie? Yes, Ashcroft? Doing well? Wonderful. Okay. I'm going to step forward. This is, I guess, my moisturizing remembrance spot. All right. I'll just take one. Oh, what an imaginary draught. All right. Everyone ready? We'll continue. Very good. Awakening in the middle of a prodigiously tough snore, Scrooge felt that he was restored to consciousness in the right nick of time for the chapter to start. Come on now, wake up, wake up. Right. There we are. Feet on the ground now. For the special purpose of holding a conference with the second messenger dispatched him. Now, when the bell struck one and no shape appeared, he got up softly and shuffled in his slippers to the door. Now, it was his own room, there was no doubt about that, but it had undergone a surprising transformation. The walls and ceiling were hung with living green, and it looked a perfect grove, from every part of which bright, gleaming berries glistened. There, in easy state, there sat a jolly giant, glorious to see.
Come in. Come in and know me better, man.
Scrooge entered timidly, and though the spirit's eyes were clear and kind, he did not like to meet them.
I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. You've never seen the like of me before.
Never.
You've never walked forth with my elder brothers born in these later years?
I'm afraid I have not. Have you had many brothers, Spirit?
More than 1,800.
A tremendous family to provide for. Spirit, conduct me where you will. I went forth last night on compulsion, and I learnt a lesson, which is working now. Tonight, if you have aught to teach me, then well, let me profit by it.
Grab my robe.
Oh, very well. Scrooge did as he was told and held it fast, and they stood in the city streets on Christmas morning. Now the ghost led him straight to Scrooge's clerk's house, and on the threshold of the door the spirit smiled and stopped to bless Bob Cratchit's dwelling. Up rose Mrs. Cratchit, dressed but poorly, in a twice-turned gown but brave in ribbons. She laid the cloth, assisted by Belinda Cratchit, second of the daughters, and now in came two smaller Cratchits, boy and girl, screaming and basking in luxurious thoughts of sage and onion. They danced about the table, and then in came little Bob, the father, his threadbare clothes darned up and brushed to look seasonable, and Tiny Tim on his shoulder. Alas, for Tiny Tim, he bore a little crutch and had his limbs supported by an iron frame. And how did little Tim behave, him? Oh, as good as gold. And better. There you are. Somehow, Tim by himself so much, he thinks the strangest things you ever heard. He told me, coming home, that he hoped the people saw him in the church because it might be pleasant for them upon Christmas Day to remember who it was who made lame beggars walk and blind men see. Bob's voice was tremulous as he told them this, and trembled even more when he said that Tiny Tim was growing strong and hearty. Up rose Mrs. Cratchit to take the pudding up, and in half a minute she entered, flushed but smiling proudly. Come on, everyone, gather round, take a seat. Oh, a wonderful pudding. Oh, everybody had something to say about it, but nobody said or thought at all small pudding for such a large family. No, it would have been straight heresy to do so. But at last, the dinner was all done, the cloth was cleared, the fire made up, and the whole Cratchit family drew around the hearth. I give you Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast. The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, I would. My dear, the children, Christmas Day. It should be Christmas Day. I am sure on which one drinks the oath of such a odious, dingy, an unfeeling man is Mr. Scrooge. I'll drink his health for your sake and the day's, but not for his. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and very happy, I've no doubt. First of their proceedings, which had no heartiness, Scrooge was the ogre of the family. The mere mention of his name cast a dark shadow over the party, which was not dispelled for a full 5 minutes. But after it had passed, they were 10 times merrier than before. Oh, a Merry Christmas, my dears. God bless us. God bless us. God bless us. Everyone, said Tiny Tim. Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
I see a vacant seat in the poor chimney corner, and a crutch without an owner carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
Oh, no. Oh, kind spirits say he will be spared.
What then? If he be like to die, he had better do it and decrease the surplus population. Man, if man you be in heart, forbear that wicked cant until you know what the surplus is and where it is. Will you decide what men shall live and what men shall die? It might be that, in the sight of heaven, you are more worthless and less fit to live than millions like this poor man's child.
Scrooge bent before the ghost's rebuke, and trembling cast his eyes upon the ground. It was then that Scrooge and the spirit were again upon their travel. Much they saw, and far they went, and many homes they visited, but always with a happy end. The spirit stood beside sick beds, and they were cheerful. By poverty, and it was rich. In almshouse, in hospital, in jail, in miseries, every refuge the spirit left his blessing. Well, it was a long night. thoroughly at night, but Scrooge had his doubts of this because the Christmas holidays appeared to be condensed into the space of time they passed together. It was then that Scrooge looked about him for the ghost and saw it not. As the last stroke of 12 ceased to vibrate, he remembered the prediction of old Jacob Barley, and lifting up his eyes, beheld a solemn phantom, draped and hooded, coming like a mist along the ground towards him. Am I in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come? You are about to show me the shadows of the things that have not happened, but will happen in the time before us. Is that so, Spirit? Yeah. Lead on. Lead on. It is precious time to me, I know, and it is fading fast. Lead on, Spirit. Phantom moved away as it had come. He seemed to spring up about them and encompass them in his own act. The spirit then stopped in front of one little knot of businessmen. Lo, said a great fat man with a monstrous chin. I don't know much about it either way. I only know he's dead. What has he done with his money? Asked a red-faced gentleman. I haven't heard. Said the man with the large chin, yawning again. He hasn't left it to me, that's all I know. It's likely to be a very cheap funeral, for upon my life, I don't know of anybody to go to it. I know those men. The phantom glided on. It was then that they went into an obscure part of town where Scrooge had never penetrated before. Sitting in amongst the wares he dealt in by a charcoal stove was a grey-haired rascal. Scrooge and the phantom came into the presence of this man, just as a woman with a heavy bundle slunk into the shop. What odds then, huh? What odds then, old Joe? Every person has a right to take care of themselves. He always did. True indeed. No man more so. Who's the worst for the loss of a few things like these? Huh? Not a dead man, I suppose. If he wanted to keep him after he was dead, why wasn't he natural in his lifetime? If he had been, he'd have had somebody to look after him when he was struck with death, instead of lying there alone by himself, gasping out his last. Open up that bundle, old Joe. Let me know the value of it. What do you call this, then? Bed curtains? You don't mean to say you took 'em down, rings and all, with him lying there? Yes, I do. Why not? He frightened everyone away from him when he was alive to profit us when he was dead. Spirit, I see. In the case of this unhappy man, it might be my own. My life tends that way now. Merciful heavens. What is this? He recoiled in terror, for the scene had changed again, and now he almost touched a bed. A bare, uncurtained bed on which, beneath a ragged sheet, there lay a something covered up. A pale light fell straight upon the bed, and on it, unwatched, unwept, uncared for, was the body of this man. Scrooge glanced towards the phantom, but its steady hand was pointed towards the head. Spirit, this is a fearful place. In leaving it, I shall not leave its lesson, trust me. Let us go. I beseech you. Let me see some tenderness connected with the death. The ghost conducted him through several streets now familiar to his feet. Now you're going to watch this. They entered poor Bob Cratchit's house and found the mother and the children seated round the fire. Quiet. Very quiet. I wouldn't show weak eyes to your father when he comes home for the world, but I think he has walked a little slower than he used these last few evenings. I have known him walk with. I've known him walk with Tiny Tim upon his shoulder very fast indeed, but he was very light to carry, and his father loved him so that it was no trouble, no trouble. Oh, there's your father at the door. Bob was very cheerful with them and spoke pleasantly to all the family. Oh, my dear, I wish you could have gone. It would have done you good to see how green a place is. But you'll see it often. Promised him that I would walk there on a Sunday. Oh, my little child. My little child. Spirit. Spectre, something informs me that our parting moment is at hand. I know it, but I know not how. Tell me, what man that was that we saw lying dead? The phantom led him through an iron gate to a churchyard. The spirit stood amongst the graves and pointed down to one. Before I draw nearer to that grave, that stone to which you point, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of the things that will be, or are they the shadows of the things that may be only? It was immovable as ever. And following the finger, Scrooge read upon the stone of the neglected grave his own name. Am I that man who lay upon the bed? Oh, no, spirit. Why show me this if I am past all hope? Show me yet that I may change these shadows you have shown me by an altered life. I will honor the Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will live in the past and the present and the future. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach. Oh, tell me I may sponge away the writing on this stone. In his agony, he caught the spectre's robe. The spirit repulsed him. Holding up his hands in a final prayer to have his fate reversed, he saw an alteration in the spirit's hood and dress. It shrunk, collapsed, and dwindled down into a bedpost. Yes, and the bedpost was his own. Oh, the bed was his own. The room was his own. Best and happiest of all, the time before him was his own, to make amends in. Oh, the spirits of all three shall strive within me. Oh, Jacob Marley. Heaven and the Christmas time be praised for this. Ah, the shadows of the things that would have been may be dispelled. No, they will be. I know they will. Oh, I'm as light as a feather. Oh, I'm as merry as a schoolboy. Oh, I'm as happy as an angel. Hello there. Excuse me, what day is it today, my fine fellow? Today? Why, it's Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day. I haven't missed it. Oh, the spirits have done it all in one night. Do you know the poulterers? The one in the corner. Do you know whether they've sold the prize turkey that was hanging up there? No, not the little prize turkey, the big one. Yes, go and buy it and tell him, bring it here. I'll send it to Bob Cratchit. He shan't know who sends it. It's twice the size of Tiny Tim. Oh, hello. Here's the turkey. Merry Christmas. Why, it's much too big to carry to Camden Town. You must have a cab. Oh, the chuckle with which he said this, and the chuckle with which he recompensed the boy, and the chuckle with which he paid for the cab were only to be matched by the chuckle with which he sat down again in his chair and chuckled till he cried. He at last got out into the streets, and he had not gone far, when, coming on towards him, he beheld the portly gentleman who he had walked into his counting house the day before. Oh, dear. Ah, my dear sir, yes, how do you do? I hope you succeeded yesterday. It was very kind of you. Oh, a Merry Christmas to you, sir. Mr. Scrooge? Yes, that is my name, and allow me to ask your pardon. And now, will you have the goodness... Mr. Scrooge, are you serious? Oh, if you please, not a farthing less. A great many back payments are included in it, I assure you. Hey, will you do me that favor? My dear sir, I don't know what to say. No, don't say anything. Come and see me, please. Will you come and see me? Well, yes, I will. Thank you. I'm much obliged to you. I thank you 50 times. In the afternoon, he turned his steps towards his nephew's house. Fred, it is I, your Uncle Scrooge. I have come to dinner. Will you let me in, Fred? Now, who is that, huh? Let him in. Well, it's a mercy he didn't shake his arm off. Oh, he was at home in 5 minutes. Nothing could be heartier. Wonderful party, wonderful games, wonderful unanimity, wonderful happiness. Oh, but he was at the office early next morning. Yes, he was. If he could only be there first and catch Bob Cratchit coming in late. That was what he had his heart set upon. Oh, and he did it. Yes, he did. He was a full 18 minutes and a half behind his time. His heart was off, and he was scribbling away as if he was trying to overtake 9 o'clock. What do you mean by coming here at this time of day? I'm very sorry, sir. I am behind my time. You are? Oh, yes. I think you are. Step this way, sir, if you please. It's only once a year, sir. It shall not be repeated. I was making rather merry yesterday, sir. Now, I'll tell you what, my friend. I am not going to stand for this sort of thing any longer. And therefore, I'm about to raise your salary. Oh, yes, a Merry Christmas, Bob. A merrier Christmas, Bob, my good fellow, than I have given you for many a year. Yes, I would well and raise your salary and endeavor to assist your struggling family. And we will discuss your affairs this very afternoon over a bowl of smoking Bishop Bob Cratchit. Oh, Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more. And Tiny Tim, who did not die, I could tell you were rather worried about that, Ashcroft. To Tiny Tim, he became as good a man, well, his second father, as good a man and as good a friend as the good old city knew. Some people laughed to see the alteration in him, but he let them laugh, and little he heeded them, for his own heart laughed. And that was quite good enough for him. He had no further encounter with spirits as yourself, and it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well, if any man alive possessed the knowledge. May that truly be said of us, and all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, everyone. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for attending this performance of A Christmas Carol, starring Debbie Deere as the ghost.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Ashcroft, Tammy, and my lovely co-star, Ari Tarr as Scrooge Dickens, and many more. Woo!
Thank you. And so now you actually have the time to speak to us, if you would like. If you hold down the A button on your controller, you can speak in the world right now. Do you have any questions that you'd like to ask for us? Anything at all? Anything to get off your chest?
Thank you for the
Any,
You're very welcome.
you're
Thank
welcome.
you for coming. Goodness. Curt and polite.
Two of my
All
favorite
right.
combinations.
Well, that was lovely to have you. Why don't we all step this way? We're still taking questions, but come with us to the corner of the room. Maybe we can take a selfie, commemorate that an event happened since we don't have an actual theater. We just have this lovely virtual space. Since you
Lovely
are
virtual tree, of
this
course.
virtual tree, and since you're lovely colored balls of light, perhaps you'd like to adorn our tree and bring the festive season. And we can all take a selfie. Thank you so much for coming. It was lovely to have you. Absolutely lovely. This is we've got one more preview, and then our official opening is next weekend. So thank you all. Please tell your friends. And without further ado, let's take our selfie. Happy holidays, everyone.
Holidays, and special shout out to Keisha, Kyla, and Saran, who tuned in on YouTube once again.
Oh,
Picture time.
wonderful. Hi, Keisha.
They love the show.
Good. Thanks for coming again. My goodness, we've got fans.
Thank you, Tammy, Kevin, June, and Ashcroft.
Yes,
Whenever
of
you're
course.
free,
There's so many wonderful people behind the scenes, engineers who made this all possible, and of course, our lovely live performance crew. Thank you to everyone. And with that, we bid you adieu. Happy holidays.
Holidays, everyone. Have a wonderful night.